Alright guys, welcome back to another market update video. Today we are going to talk about the current situation of the markets, the global markets, the different indices and all of that stuff. So this is kind of a midweek market update. So let's get into it. Alright, so first of all, if you see Nifty is constantly uh, trading around this lowest demand. Alright, so last time we talked about this entire area of demand. So if you remember, just a second. So last time we talked about this entire base. We are sort of holding this base, all right? We haven't broken down yet, but the trend has been bearish since this area was broken down, all right? See, this was the base which led to the last move, all right? You can say this as well, but I'll take this because when price pulls back, it's around the EMA when price pulls back to this zone, all right? So this zone is of much more importance to me because it's around a very strong value area. All right, and as we see, there is a nice base build up to take this out. All right, so in the previous video we talked about this area of supply and this area of demand. Market is comfortably trading inside these two ranges. Um, so right now, when market is range bound like this, we need to see which sectors are doing what. All right, so if you see Bank Nifty is actually trying to hold up during this entire fall. So if you see Nifty is trying to fall below the EMA. This was the base right here, the highest base. It tested the base. Probably there's some supply zone inside here as well, and now it's falling back to the lows. All right. Still the structure is bearish. If you see, there's an up close candle, and then we move down. Again, it's trying to close up. So if we move, we can quite possibly move down again, or we can maybe go sideways in this area if Bank Nifty starts to. All right, so if Bank Nifty starts to go up, so whenever index is in a range bound environment, you need to see which sectors are pulling the index down and which sectors are holding the index up. Because suppose if you don't have any reference of the chart of Bank Nifty, right, you're just looking at Nifty, so it's very difficult to time a long trade here. You will have to wait for a long time. You'll have to wait for the test of this supply as well, and all that stuff to happen to get into a long trade. But suppose Bank Nifty, if you see Bank Nifty and you see Nifty together, you'll see that Bank Nifty is already in a bullish structure. There is nothing bearish about this. All right, we haven't even broken down of this base, so this can simply continue to move higher, and Nifty will also take off from here itself, and then you will think that zones or bases are not working. All right, so whenever this kind of situation happens where the market is very range bound, you need to be very careful, and you need to be aware of what sectors are taking the market where, right? So if I see the different indices, if we see the different indices, you see FMCG index. We talked about a breakdown. That breakdown is played out. All right, it was very weak here. Nifty, if Nifty starts going up, this might continue to become weaker. All right. PSU banks, we talked about strength. It's still holding up, but again, if Nifty pulls back, this will pull back. All right. So in PSU banks, if you see, the move will come only when there's a solid range breakout. So there was a range here, it got broken out, and now we are trading inside this area of demand. All right, so if we start getting a breakout on the upside here, you chase this sector because it's very strong. This along with Bank Nifty, obviously. Nifty IT, if you see, Nifty IT is stuck inside this supply. So this is the supply which led to all of this. All right, so until this is broken out, I'm not looking for any longs in Nifty IT at all. All right, we need to see what sort of price action develops in Nifty IT here. Nifty Auto, again, very weak. It's around the lows. So if you see, Nifty Auto is the one which is pushing the market down because it is trading around this range low, whereas Bank Nifty is trading somewhere here above the 50-day moving average. All right, so no longs in Nifty Auto as of now. This is not a buy on dip opportunity in Nifty Auto. All right, it's breaking the trend here. It's breaking the trend. Nifty Infra as well, if you see, quite weak here, right? Quite weak here. We talked about a short into this as well because this was very weak, but never tested, and now it's falling again, right? So very weak here. Nifty Finance is still holding up along with Bank Nifty, but it's a bit weaker than Bank Nifty because it's breaking a lot of zones. So if I have an option between Nifty Finance and Bank Nifty, I'll prefer to take Bank Nifty. All right, longs on the long side. Nifty Energy, we talked about the weakness. It is still holding up. It's not even breaking this supply, which we discussed in the next session in the previous video. So it's still holding up. We can see a move into this area of demand in Nifty Energy if Nifty continues to be weak. All right. Now coming to Bank Nifty, if you see Bank Nifty is pushing slowly downwards here. All right. There might be a breakdown, there might be a breakout. We have to wait for it. But the overall context of this index right now is that it is bullish. All right. There is nothing bearish about it. When will I be bearish? When it will start testing out this demand. That's it. When something like this happens, tests out the demand and then starts to fall down, that is the only time I'll be bearish on Bank Nifty. All right. So Nifty small cap, there is a bit of a change in Nifty small cap. So Nifty small cap, we were talking about this area right here in the previous video. We're talking about if there's a breakout here, I'll start buying. There was no breakout, but it doesn't mean that this index is weak now. It's just testing the previous demand, and you see it's green today. All right. So not a lot of indices are uh, uh, going up today. Mostly the market is sideways. All right. But Nifty small cap, if you see, it's trying to head up still now. Obviously Nifty is up as well, so Nifty small cap is not lagging. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So some sort of demand at a previous zone is very, very good to see. But will I take a long here? Not yet. All right. We need to wait for the test of this base. So again, it's very simple. You just have to track the market along the basis. So just mark a rough range here. We need to see how it goes up and behaves here. If there's a breakout after a base build up here, that is when you will see a lot of small cap stocks are breaking out. All right. Not right now. The main point is that it's not yet bearish. All right. So see, whenever there's a big fall, let's talk about this as well since we're already discussing it. Whenever there's a big fall, it always happens below the EMAs, all right, below the short-term moving averages, and when the zone is getting broken out. Look at this. All right. It's very, very easy to be consistently safe from these falls. These are big falls in the market. All right. Don't have to do anything here. All right. You don't have to buy the dip. You can just buy the breakout above the EMA and then exit again when it breaks down. When the market is trending, it will gift you times like these when it continues to go up and up and up. All right. But if you're not able to save yourself from something like this, then how do you expect to make money in this part? All right. Suppose you're holding some stocks which are doing good in this part, right? And market falls this much, so your stocks will also fall definitely. Now when the market goes up, if your stock doesn't go up, some other group is taking the market up. So you're not only sitting in losses, you're not only sitting in big losses here, you're also missing out on these opportunities to buy in, right? Because you have no capital now, right? So just push back a little bit, just zoom out and just see the market in terms of only the bases and the EMA. All right. Whenever you see a base is getting broken down on the daily chart, just exit your swings. It's not that difficult. Just exit this and you get saved from all of this. Just exit this and you get saved from all of this. I'm not even telling you to anticipate a breakdown. You just wait for the breakdown. All right. Just wait for the breakdown and get saved from all of this. All right. So when the market is going up, there will be no breakdown. So you see, it's holding these lows, again going up, holding these lows, again going up, holding these lows, again going up. Breakdown happens, then it goes into a multi-year bear period. All right. So whenever there is a big breakdown below any sort of range, just exit your swings for the time being and buy in again when the market starts going up. Now Nifty reality very weak. We've talked about it again and again, and you see all these weak sectors have big downside candles yesterday. All right. Nifty auto, Nifty FMCG as well. We talked about Nifty, let's say Nifty energy as well. Yeah, Nifty energy. There's a big candle yesterday. All right. So all these weak sectors are pulling back. Now Nifty Pharma has come down to this demand zone from the previous base. This is around the demand zone actually is around 12,600 something. But let's see how it behaves here, right? So this is a sharp pullback. So we need a lot of base build up here to break out. So don't get in pharma stocks here because you won't find any pharma stocks looking really good as of now. All right. So wait for this base build up to happen and then you will catch a big breakout in Nifty Pharma. So Nifty Media, my view was I'll take a long trade, but again, there was no breakout. It's still around this level. It is testing the demand. You see the structure is very strong. This was the base which was holding up, which led to the last move. All right. And now we are holding this base up. So again, if it sets up, if the market stays stable here, then we'll see a huge spike in Nifty Media stock. So keep this on watch as well. All right. At last, we have Nifty Metal. Again, kind of strong, but again, it's in the middle of nowhere. So I will wait for either a breakout here or some sort of weakness around this level. Till then, let it trade inside the range. You can look for some intraday range bound trades if if the index is doing all right. But mostly I would say, I would suggest you to avoid this completely. All right. So let's look at the US markets as well. US markets, let's look at Dow Jones. So Dow Jones, again, we are at this demand, but I don't see any sort of attempt to go up yet. All right. So what we're doing is we are in a range bound environment. So I don't see a big fall coming in overnight as of now. All right, because we are in the middle of a range. So maybe you can carry some sort of swings if it's trying to break out. All right. I'm not really looking forward to a big fall in the US markets as of now, but uh, these indices, the Nasdaq and the US 500, they are very weak. All right. So either this starts to develop on the downside, or Dow Jones, since it's strong, it will get some demand here and it will take all three indices on the upside. So this we have to wait and see as of now. But honestly, you can try a swing with a small size here. All right, it's not that bad as of now. We might go range bound in the evening. So, but obviously don't just buy in with a lot of size just because I'm telling you to. Take a small size and try to judge what the market is doing using that position. So what you can do is you can buy a stock and you can see how it's behaving. You can see how the top losers are behaving. All right. So if you see this, stocks are pulling back from the highs. So it means some late stage breakouts are failing in the market. All right. So if you see all these breakouts are failing in the market, right? All these breakout attempts are failing in the market. Some stocks are breaking down below the EMA as well here. So some sort of bearish sentiment is kicking in the market. If you see the top gainers as well, they are either reacting from demand or they are reacting from a climatic move on the downside. All right, they're not really breaking out as of now, except a few sectors. So you see all these stocks, they are reacting from the lows as of now. Obviously a few strong stocks are still holding up. You can buy them if you feel like, but mostly if we have a look at the top gainers, they are reacting from the lows. Some stocks are breaking through the highs, but mostly if you'll see, they're recovering from bases like this. All right, from base lows. So not the perfect time to buy stocks right now. All right, not the time where I'll be too excited to buy, but it can improve. All right, it can improve if the small cap index starts to show some sort of movement on the upside. All right, just make sure that you know where the range points are. So this is my supply, this is my demand. That's it. Wherever it resolves, we start trading in that direction. All right. So that is it for today's video. I'll also plan to release a few videos in Hindi as well, if it helps a broader audience. So let me know in the comments if you'd like a video in Hindi or not. All right, and also make sure that you like and share. It helps with the motivation to keep going. All right. So I'll see you again on the weekend with another market update video. Let's see how this plays out in the 2 days which are remaining in the week. All right. So have a good day, and I'll see you guys again.